Rick Reese. Welcome to Fundraising with the Vortex, and let's jump right into it. It all begins with your vision. What is your vision? What is your cause? What is your ministry? I love showing that video first because it shows you how we transfer wealth from the business mountain. Do you need funding? Well, ladies and gentlemen, your struggle is over. Our new travel program, using the Vortex, provides a fresh and consistent stream of funding for any organization, church, school, or business. Now, as I go through this presentation, I want you to think about spring break. Imagine your members and supporters booking their spring break travel, personal and business, 24/7 through this Vortex, and you earn when they save. Truly, it's a win-win. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Fundraising with the Vortex. What is the Vortex? The Vortex is a discount travel search engine. It's a booking engine. Give it out free, complimentary to your supporters. They can register and they can book. It's the same hotels, cruises, car rentals, everything's the same. But here's the big difference. They're going to save up to 60% when they book through that Vortex, and you earn 60% of whatever they save. Truly, it's a win-win. So you're earning cash 24/7, 365 days out of the year. That's huge, folks. It can go viral on social media. It's an international link. And we'll show you and demonstrate following the presentation. But here's a demonstration or an illustration of the savings. Supporters save up to 60% when they book those hotels, those resorts. Think about spring break. Your organization earns 60% of whatever they save. For example, they go through the Vortex and they book a hotel in Orlando. Many people are going down to Disney. And so they book through the Vortex. The Vortex goes out and it looks at the public price, the Expedia price. And it comes in up to 60% less. In this case, they're saving $67 over the lowest online retail price. We send you 60% of what's saved. You just raised $40. Think about New York City. They go through the Vortex and they book that hotel, New York City. They save $125. We send you 60% of whatever they save, so $75. You get the idea. You don't have to manage this. This is a fundraiser, perhaps for the first time. You don't have to manage, just give out a free link. Our business model is different. So Expedia and Priceline, they spend a ton of money. In fact, last year they spent $10.6 billion in advertising. Rather than paying for clicks and commercials, we say, let's pay you. Real time, folks. It's more effective for us because we pay for results. It's way better for you because you get paid. Now, why should that money go to Expedia? To you. Where are you and your supporters booking online? Are they going to Expedia? Are they going to Trivago, Priceline? Well, here's an insider secret. Expedia and Priceline own all the other companies out there. They own Trivago. They own Bookit.com. They own Cheap Tickets. They own them all. They set the public rate. They actually set the price in the public space. Last year, Expedia gross bookings over $85 billion, 2019. What you're looking at in the Vortex is nothing more than a tool that allows you to participate, to harness and redirect money that flows away from you to now come to you. That's huge, folks. The Vortex is a perpetual funding solution. If funds has been your limiting factor, the Vortex is your answer. If you are a nonprofit, if you have a membership base, give out this free complimentary link to your members and supporters. They can book through that link. It'll save them money, and you earn 60% of what they save. If you're in a ministry, give it out to your congregation. They can give it out to the world. It's complimentary. When people book through the link, especially for spring break coming up here, they save when they book. you earn 60% of what they save. You may say, Rick, I'm just looking to create another stream of income. Okay, well, give the free link out, put it on social media. It's a Vortex link. People book through that link. 78 million people traveled spring break last year, even more this year. How about an income stream coming into you that you don't have to manage? If you're a business, we work with businesses. We show business how to turn travel expenses into revenue. Folks, that's huge. We're into something big here. Making money in travel has never been easier. Customers register free for the Vortex. It's the same vendors, same hotels, cruises, and cars, and you earn 60% when they save. Folks, that's huge. If they save $100, that's $60 coming to you. And this can result in major recurring income. We call it a perpetual funding solution. Here's what the Vortex looks like. And again, following the presentation, we'll do a real-time demonstration of the Vortex and the savings. But this is a free link. Give it out to the world. They go, they register in, and they can book the same hotels, weekly stays, resorts, cruises, cars, flights, even Southwest Airlines. We're partnered with Southwest Airlines. They can get their traveler's insurance, and we beat the big guys, folks, 85 to 90% of the time. It's actually higher than that, but we just throw that in as a percentage. And you'll see when we go through and show you the Vortex. But look at this. If you are an organization, we call this click and order fundraising. Point them to the link. Now imagine for spring break, 78 million people traveling spring break. Imagine earning 60% of what they save. They're happy and you're happy. It's a win-win. So if 50 people book through the Vortex link and they save $50, you just raised $1,500. What would you do with $1,500? What would you do with it? Okay, 100 people book through the link and they save $50. That's $3,000. Folks, this is perpetual fundraising without lifting a finger. Point them to a link. Well, Rick, we have an organization 5,000 strong. Okay, well, let's say 500 said, I'm going to commit. You know, we're traveling spring break, and let's say they save $50. You just raised $15,000. Now, you could look at this also. That's $15,000 that got away. That's $15,000 that went to Expedia or someone else. Here with the tool Vortex, now it comes to you. Truly, ladies and gentlemen, it's the ultimate fundraiser. Now listen to this. If only 20% of the membership base took one trip per year, just one vacation per year, and saved $50, here's what you would earn. If you're a ministry of 1,500 folks, it's 20% of the 1,500. Took the one trip, saved $50. That's $9,000 coming into your organization, rescued from Expedia. If you're an association of 10,000 members, Rick, we have 10,000 members. Okay, just 20% of the 10,000. Use the link for spring break. Save $50. That's $60,000. What would you do with $60,000 coming in? It's going to change your paradigm. If you're a nonprofit of 80,000 members, just 20%, ladies and gentlemen, saving $50, $480,000. What if you're an alumni association? Truly, this is the ultimate fundraiser. An alumni association of 175,000 members, just 20% of those, 20% go through the link and they save $50. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 20,000 people. That's just that's $1 million. What would you do with $1 million coming into your organization? How would that change the face of your organization? Well, March is spring break. And as we know, there are top destinations. Orlando, a lot of people are going to Disney, Vegas, San Diego, Hawaii, Daytona Beach, Miami, Sanibel Island, the Bahamas, Punta Cana, Jamaica. People are taking cruises. Now imagine earning 60% when they book through your Vortex link. 60% of what they save. They're looking for savings, and you're helping them, and you're earning 60% when they save. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the money on the table. In 2018, people booking online, $704 billion. Just yesterday, And you may have booked yesterday $18 billion with a B. In 2019, people booking online, 762 billion. All we're talking is a tool that allows you to garner market share, redirect that wealth, and to fund your vision, to fund your cause. The Vortex travel search engine simply connects your supporters to the very same travel vendors, but now you get paid. All we're doing is giving Expedia the boot as the middleman, and we're putting you there so that now you can connect to the vendors who pay whomever owns the Vortex. The customer saves 60%, and we pay you 60% or whatever they save. There is no upper limit. Well, let's wrap up with these benefits. Generate funds from an existing network of members and supporters. The money is going somewhere right now. We just wanted to come to you to fund your vision. Get paid for performance and productivity. There's no glass ceiling on earnings. This is business. Can we garner market share? Well, Expedia made $85 billion. The industry is $762 billion. Low participation rate still produces significant revenue. It's business. Now, accountability is huge. There are 3 reports that are generated that track the money, that track the customers that register, that track the checks that are sent to you. Download these reports, hand them to your accountant, and away you go. Now, I really like this one. Online bookings and changes are handled directly with the travel vendors. You're not in the travel business. When they book that hotel, they're working with the Hyatt Regency or whichever resort. You know, they're working with that customer service. When they book that airline, they're working with Southwest Airlines customer service. They book that rental car, they're working with Avis Car Rental customer service. You're just getting paid for sending the business. Travel cash rewards are paid by the travel vendors, not your supporters, so it's not a jacked up price. No, we're doing something different with the profit that makes Expedia $85 billion. We're saying, no, let's take the money that's paid by these travel vendors, let's pass on a savings of up to 60% to the person that's booking that hotel, and then let's pay 60% of whatever that savings is to the owner of the Vortex. That's huge. The campaign requires virtually no management overhead. Now, if you ever worked a traditional fundraising project, whether it's a car wash, whether it's a bake sale, whether it's standing on the corner and whatever, selling overpriced candy, or in front of Kmart, Walmart, hey, if you've ever worked those, or even putting on a big project, a big function, a lot of man hours, little money, ladies and gentlemen, this is a link. Based on your vision, people are driven to book on the link. Not only do they save money, but you earn 60% of what they save. It's non-contractual. If it's working, you keep going. There's no long-term commitment. If it's not, you simply stop. Rick, this sounds fantastic. What must I do? Get back with the person that invited you to this presentation, and let's get you activated. In fact, let's set up a demo Vortex link so you can see what we can see. And then we'll sit down with you and we'll have a conversation. You know, we put together a campaign. Well, how are you reaching your folks even now? Well, we use emails. Well, we'll use emails or maybe text messaging or social media. We'll put together a strategy. But here's the whole idea is we need to get the word out even in time for spring break, folks. It's past time that we fund your cause, and the Vortex is a great tool to do it. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at the Vortex. And Ron, we're going to have you give a short testimony afterwards, but let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at some of the savings through the Vortex. Okay, so coming up here, okay, so this is the Vortex. Again, the Vortex is a link that we give out. If you look up here, myvortex365.com / there's a unique identifier that identifies you. And so that everything that happens on the Vortex is traced right back to you so you get credit. And so when a person gets this link, and you can give out unlimited links. You can give out millions. You can give out a link to all the 78 million people traveling. from your organization, from your business, as an individual. Give it out to the world. So when someone goes to the link, and let's watch a short little video here. We've got a video that the person can play that shows them about the Vortex. Let's watch the video first.
Welcome to the Vortex. We are a brand new site that beats those other guys 85 to 90% of the time on all the great hotels, resorts, rental cars, and cruises that you want to go on. And it's easy. Just create a free, no strings attached account here with your name and email. Or just click on the Login with Facebook button and you are in. Hotels, resorts, cars, and cruises. Travel search will never be the same. Let's go.
So they can watch that little video, and then we're going to come up here, and they can log in with their email address and their password. And so let's go ahead and log in. By the way, your name will go here. Mine is Royal Vortex Club, but that could be your church name, your organization's name, and contact email. And so let's go up here and sign in. And we're going to show you the Vortex real quick. Now, again, the Vortex is an international link, as you'll see here. And so it can go viral through social media. You can go viral so many different ways. And everything that happens on that link is traced right back to you. Okay, and so here's the Vortex. Now, I wanted to show you up here, again, it's international, multiple languages, Mandarin Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and Italian, Portuguese, so many different languages. They can pay in their currency. So imagine someone in Japan getting a link and going to the UK, not even touching the United States. They save 60%, up to 60%, you earn 60% of what they save, and they pay in their currency. You don't even know that check is coming. There's also a live chat. So they're not calling you, but they have access to travel professionals, the concierge, that they can ask any questions, and they'll answer their questions pronto. You've got hotels, cruises, cars, flights, homes, the Airbnb market, activities, and they can get their traveler's insurance right here on the Vortex. To give you an idea of the savings before we log in, I'm going to scroll down here. You've got Orlando. So the Vortex will go out and it will look at the lowest retail price, and in this case, come in up to 27% less. For Vegas, up to 25% less than the lowest retail price. New York City, you get the idea. The Vortex saves some money. Now, when they save whatever this 27% is, you get a check, 60% of what they save. Well, let's take a look. In fact, let's go to Orlando. A lot of people are going to Disney. And let's look at during the spring break period, the 15th through the 21st. That's a nice little spring break vacation. Finding the best deals. And so again, think about the 78 million plus who are traveling spring break. The question is, how do we get your link in front of them? What are some creative ways you can come up with to get your link in front of them? So let's take a look at some of the savings that's reported back in the Vortex. So 471 hotels found in Orlando, 15th through the 21st. So let's look at the first one here, the Residence Inn by Marriott, Orlando Convention Center. People are paying this $2,000 for that 7-day stay and going through the Vortex. Imagine getting that link out to all those conventioneers, and they save $533, so they're paying $1,539 for this stay. You earn 60% of the savings. In this case, they're saving 26%. So you earn 60% of $533. Now I know at $100 it's $60, so you can multiply that out. But let's scroll down. You may not be going to a convention. You may say, Rick, I just want to stay at the Days Inn by the Wyndham. Wyndham's a good property. You have 100% verified reviews you could look at, and but the public price, $485. Now that's reasonable for a spring break vacation, 7 days, and the savings is $112. So the person with this free link is paying $374, saving 23%, $112. You earn 60% of the 112. So whenever you see the savings, get a free Vortex link. If you're not a Vortex owner, or if you're not in the business, get a free link and just take a look. Register in and take a look at the savings. Okay. And so as I scroll down, these are the savings, folks. Pretty powerful. And know that as an owner, you're earning 60% of whatever the savings are. And the great thing about it, you don't have to manage this. Even the Quality Inn and Suites, Eastgate. Public price, $405, saving $79, 20% savings, and so $326. Folks, that's huge. Or how about this one, huh? Bahama Bay Resort by the Wyndham Vacation Rental. $1528, save $286, you earn 60% of the savings. Okay, so we're going to wrap up with a testimony. This is not, just multiply this out, folks. This is a free link. Give it out to the world. They go through this link, you earn 60% of what they save. Now, we said 85 to 90% of the time, but you can see here, we just say that in case a company or a hotel uses some special offering to buy things down, okay? But typically, it's even higher than the 85 to 90% of the savings, okay? Any questions from anyone? Let's see, Ron Clayton, what a magnificent tool to maximize stewardship of funds that are being spent within our churches and nonprofits. And Ron, you have a testimony that we'd like to hear of how you're using not just only the Vortex, but there's a membership that comes along with it, as well as a travel agency if you are an owner. So Ron, would you mind just giving us a, let's see if we can unmute you. Okay, Ron, are you unmuted?
I'm unmuted. Good afternoon.
Hey, Ron, how are you?
Fabulous, thank you. You're
looking fabulous.
Well, you know, the blessings are flowing, pressed down, shaken together. That's all I can say. And you know what you're talking on early on about becoming a new man and becoming a new person in the Lord. And that's powerful. It's to come from the influence and the people like yourself and Brenda that I'm able to share through Marketplace Ministries and what we do. And then we have this business tool, this program that we can utilize to benefit. Just think if every church in your community that sent people on mission trips, and a group of 7 going at one time, they could use Delta. We've developed the program. Well, we didn't develop it. We just found out it was there and are using it. Delta Airlines has a system whereby you can put a deposit down. You have 7 people going to a mission trip, anywhere Delta goes in the world. And you can put a small amount down, and then let's say you're not going for 6 or 8 months, you pay the balance off just before you go. Now that doesn't exist anywhere else. When you want to buy and reserve a ticket on an airplane, get your credit card out because you ain't getting a ticket without it. But if you're a mission trip, they'll recognize your 501c3. Second benefit they have, which I didn't find out till after we booked one of our mission team's churches, they said, well, Ryan, aren't you guys sending supplies and things down with the people going on the mission trip? I said, well, certainly. So we got a special program for you. Not just Ron, but for Surge members and people that are travel agents. We can book the group. And let's say they all take a piece of luggage down with them and they check it in, 30 to 35 bucks, whatever it costs to do that. Next, let's say the church was going to send Bibles, medicines, books, clothing,